Video games. That's it. That's the video. We're done. Time to pack it up. Hit the like button. Subscribe. Hey guys, it is School, call me Skull, and welcome to a new video. Now we are into the new year. We've had a lot of great games that have come out and have had a lot of time to play them due to the current situation of the world. In some games, especially story-driven games, it has become more common that there will be dialogue coming from the main character. It's there to give you a better picture of the world surrounding them, but does this sometimes take you away from the immersion of the story? For those that don't know, I play a lot of Monster Hunter. Recently got into World when it came out and I've been hooked since. By the way, you should totally follow me on Twitch if you want to see more Monster Hunter other games. It's pretty neat. There's a new game coming out called Monster Hunter Rise, which is looking to be a great game. They introduced something that hasn't been done before in the Monster Hunter series. They introduced dialogue coming from the main character you play. Now, they haven't done this before. Usually the main character you play is mute. The only time your character really speaks is when he gets hit or is attacking the monster in the game with grunts or yells. Now, with Monster Hunter Rise coming to the picture, they introduced the character you play having more dialogue. They talk in your hunts, they interact with different situations. When they're about to attack, they get hit, or if they are predicting something to happen, they'll say something.
This one's all for you!
This is something that's never been done before. So the question is, does this ruin the immersion of the game itself?
Hope you've got insurance!
There are many games that do introduce the main character having dialogue and interact with the environment, and even the player themselves.
Hey, player! I need more ammo or we're going down!
There are even some games where they don't involve any dialogue at all. In games like Skyrim, Zelda, and Halo, there's little to no dialogue in the game coming from the main characters when playing through it. In Zelda, there is grunts and screams when Link reacts to certain things in the game. He's usually silent when interacting with the other characters. Most of the dialogue is coming from his actions in the game, where his goal is to save Zelda, and you are doing everything you can to get her. Then there are some games where there's no dialogue whatsoever, like Doom. In Doom, there really doesn't need to be any dialogue at all. It's made just to go through the game and smash and destroy everything in your path. In Monster Hunter Rise, they just added this as an option. Yes, an option now to where you can turn off or on the main character's dialogue in the game. When you have it on, you hear your own character's dialogue as well as your teammates. Also, for a good time when you play the game, turn the character's dialogue to 100%. It really brings out the swagger of your character.
This one's gonna hit hard!
Be careful! Something's coming!
Also, just imagine saying random things in real life when going around in public. Going back to previous Monster Hunter titles, they haven't put in dialogue for the main character, since the character is mostly mute. Their dialogue mostly comes from actions. Someone needs help killing or capturing a monster, you as the character go in to save the day. What makes me curious is, since they have your character with dialogue, does that mean the main story will give the character more to say? If that were to happen, I feel as though there would be a disconnect with you and the character you are playing. This would not really make the character you, but they would gain their own personality. This also happened in Destiny 2, where in one of their updates, they added your character speak.
You're quiet today.
I feel with this there will be a disconnect with you and your character you made for the story. With the dialogue that they are using in the demo, they are doing as something a bit different than just random bits of words here and there. When the character attacks, gets hit, or even predicts an attack, it says a bit of dialogue that leads to it. With this, it could be a way for the game to incorporate some kind of communication with the other teammates. When they see an attack coming, they'll have a random bit of dialogue that the teammates will hear and they can react to it. There are also other ways to communicate in the game, like using stickers to convey different emotions during the hunt. With these stickers, they can communicate visually to the other players on the team what they want to do, whether that's to wait, to push forward, or let them know that the monster's asleep. There's one game I really want to talk about called Gris. Gris is a beautifully done game with literally no dialogue coming from it aside from the main character singing from time to time. The game told the story through music and the environment surrounding the character. The environment showed what the main character has been through, and she is trying to overcome the obstacles in her path, eventually getting stronger. She meets new friends along the way who help her on her journey. Her path becomes more colorful, eventually finding her voice and overcoming the darkness in her heart. With this, it shows that even without dialogue, you can tell a beautiful story as well. As the player try to uncover more of the story and connect with what the main character has been through, definitely would give this game a shot. It was definitely one of my most favorite games I've played in a long time. I would always replay this game a lot whenever I can, and I just love the different connections with the environment you have throughout the story. It's so good, like the little statues and stuff throughout this game, like the messages that this game has. I could not recommend this game enough. It's about like 3 hours, 4 hours long playthrough, just playing throughout the game. Doesn't take much time. It's absolutely beautiful. With Monster Hunter games, there's no real connection with the main character other than the character is you. There's no real build up in the story other than you are one of the chosen few to go on this journey to help save everyone. You are the one helping develop this character. There are games like Genshin Impact where there are multiple different characters with developed stories. They have a background, goals, and ambitions. They know why they are there, and you're playing through their eyes and what they see. The characters in Genshin Impact each move in their own way depending on the character. When they are patient, they might move around more or tell the audience playing, hey, let's get a move on. Some are more calm and more relaxed, or some are looking for some action. These are more developed characters. Then there are games that have a more direct approach. There is no really big development in the character, you just go in and kill things. Doom, you're a literal badass killing machine. You get brought into hell killing everything in your path. The game is more centered around their gameplay more than the character development. You could be any character in this game and have the same experience. Your character has zero dialogue, you literally don't talk throughout the game killing everything in your path. And there are other games like the Soulsborne series where they don't have much dialogue coming from the character at all, but there's a lot of story coming from him. The character is going throughout the story, but there is no dialogue needed. With games giving the main character dialogue while going through the story, does it ruin the immersion? Depending on what kind of character is being portrayed, it can. But in this case, with Monster Hunter Rise, I'm open to the idea. The dialogue can be a bit iffy sometimes with random comments your hunter may say, but with the dialogue, it is mostly there to warn you with certain things happening in the game. The dialogue given is more open. It doesn't tell you what kind of character you are, other than the fact that he loves to hunt monsters. So the character is still you. You're going through the game still doing what you always have been, collecting materials, getting new gear, upgrading the weapons you have. I don't think the dialogue given for Monster Hunter Rise will ruin the game. I'll be playing endless hours grinding and making my character stronger. March 26 cannot come soon enough. I'm excited to see what new monsters and new adventures await with all of you guys. If you're new here, I make a lot of content surrounding this game, so if it interests you, feel free to subscribe and join the craziness that we have. And also, don't forget to join our Discord, where we talk about this game pretty much on a daily basis. Love to talk with you all there. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.